Welcome to this demonstration. If you log in, this is the interface you get. Here you have the instructions, and here you have the details of the school. On this page, all you need to do is click database or gradebook. But before you go to the gradebook, let's set our database. When you click your database, you have this interface where you input the names, admission number, class, club, and any other details of the pupils or students in your school. And don't forget, this portion is strictly for emails. So I might decide to change the header and put something else. Let me change that to class. And put the class of the student, their names, admission number, and everything that pertains to each student. At this point where you have pictures, all you need to do is you click on in the box. Let me add the 5th student. Don't bother writing 5. 5 will come out automatically. Let's just put a name. Okay, Johnson. You can see the 5, and let's say this is 005, and the classes. Definitely they'll be in the same class. Class 4 green. So the club is dance. Email. And if you click in this place, the calendar tab comes out. You'll select the date of birth of the students. This is 2015 May 5th. The date imputes automatically, and house, let's just say diamond or anything, height or whatever you want to put there. Weight 45, the big boy, and email. Alright, now for the picture, when I click this box, it opens up this picture dialog where I'll be asked to put in my picture. Just select any of the pictures, click OK. It will fit in there automatically. And that's that about that. And when you come to this side, you have the grading scale. Whatever the grading scale of your school, just make sure you arrange it from the lower point to the highest point. So in the school, 0 to 49 is E. So put 0 here, E. 49 E. 50 to 59 D. 60 to 69 C. Just put the letters accordingly from the least to the highest. And here you input the subjects accordingly. You can have up to 15 subjects in this class. Okay. This side you have your descriptors for affective domain. You can change this to anything. Don't forget, you can change everything here. And for psychomotor skills, you have maximum of 8 and 8 of those skills. Then how do you want to rate the skills? Right, the rating scales here from the least to the highest, just like we did for grading scale. So editable, you can change it to what suits your school. The name of the tests. This application can take up to 5 test items, so you can have less. So in this case, I have test 1, 2, 3, project, and exam. Then you put the total score of each test. Don't forget, this must sum up to 100. Then here you put the details of the school, class teacher. You put the name of the class teacher, the name of the head of school, and the name of the class. Now, to work with the signature, all you need to do is right click the signature, then you click change. So you right click, or you do Control K. When you click Control K, then you'll be able to right click. When you right click, you click change picture. Then from there you click from a file. So you go to wherever you have saved the signature of the class teacher, then you select that signature. Don't forget, it's in image format, so you must have scanned and saved it on your system so that you can always speak it here. You do the same for the head of school. And moving forward, the last thing we have here is the school logo. You right click and do the same thing. You pick your school logo on your system wherever you have saved it. Don't forget, to make this work on some system, you do Control K. And I think that is that about the database section. Now let's go to the gradebook. You always see this. When you click this, it takes us to the gradebook section. Now, the gradebook section is where you input the children's scores and their psychomotor and affective scores and comments, where the results will be generated automatically. Now, first thing we have here, we have the psychomotor traits. But when you come here, this yellow bar here, when you click inside, you see a drop down. When you click it, this contains all the subjects you have imputed in your database, plus the affective and psychomotor traits, attendance section, comment section, overall section, and result section. So if I click on any subject, if I want to impute English, for instance, I'll click on English. If I click on English, it automatically takes me to the English section. This is the English section. So all the names you have put in your database will come up here automatically. The tests will line up here, and the total scores for the tests will come up here. Every of this will appear automatically. All you have to do is impute your scores now. Now we added a new student, Ade Johnson, if you remember. So if I just want to impute the scores, let's say he has 8 in this first test, in the second test 10, and don't forget that the maximum mark for this is 20. What happens if I mistakenly put a bigger number? You can see you have entered a number greater than the total test number. So if I cancel, it removes it and gives me the chance to impute the right score. Maybe it was 15 I wanted to type. Project is 20, got 18, and exam is 40, let's say 36. Enter. You can see that as I enter the scores, the total is generating, the percentage, the grade, and the position comes up automatically. So at this point, I'll just give the child comment for English. Maybe I just want to say good. And this is for first term. If you are in second term, you feel the green side, and the third term is the blue side. And this is how you impute your score for each subject. If I scroll down the screen, I'll see the analysis of the scores. You can see the test average for each test item. This is the test average for test 1, 2, 3, the project, and the exam. And the percentage, if you want to know the test minimum mark. What is the minimum mark the student scored in my test 1? The minimum is 8 for this, 5, 9. The maximum, the median, the standard deviation, and the overall class mean for that term, the class minimum score, class maximum score, everything updates automatically. So it's not just a grading application, it also gives you an analysis to see the overview of the children's performance. And that's that about subjects. So if I click the next subject, I'll do just the same thing. But let's go to the other section where we have the affective and psychomotor traits. Here, the task is simple. According to the traits we have imputed in the database, all these will come up here automatically. And all you just need to do is, for each child, if Ade Johnson deserves 5 for attentiveness, just click on the box for 5 and type 5. Click enter. If for neatness it is 5, put 5. Let's say this boy is very sound and he got 5 and 5 and 5 and 5. 5. And for politeness, for one reason or the other, he didn't perform too well. It depends. It's just discretion, cooperation with other children, attitude to school. Now you can see where I'm supposed to put 4, I put 3, and it's challenging that result, so you must put it in the right column. An attitude to work, let's say 5. He has a very fine handwriting. He can handle tools very well. You know, all these are not permanent. It depends on what you have put for the affective trait on the database section. In French language, 4. Swimming, 4. Violin, still struggling, 3. Piano, 4. Let's say he's a great dancer. He just cannot throw well. Anytime you make any error, it corrects you. And it's not good. It's not good in throwing. Let me just put 1. So that's all you need to do. And don't forget, this segment is for first term. If we are in second term, I would have input my scores here, while third term is on this side. And that's that about psychomotor trait. That's all you need to do here. Now let's go to this next section, which is attendance. Select attendance from the drop down. It takes you to the attendance section. Now this is the attendance section. You will always have the student's name on this side, so you can just look through and type directly opposite to the student's name. Now in the attendance section, the first thing you need to do is, for first term, when is the starting date? You click in this starting date and you change the date. When you click in, the calendar tab comes out, then you select the date for, let's say it is starting date is May 11. 1st of May. Okay, I clicked 1st of May, and this term ends in May, June, July. Let's say July 11th. So when you select the starting date for the term and the end date for the term, you see that this date automatically organizes like this. From the first date I input to the last one. I keep on scrolling, find out that's up to the last date, and that's where it stops. And that's where it stops. So when you set the starting date and the end date, the dates we arrange orderly. So from there, let's say for Ade Johnson, you can, for this day, you check. P is for present, A is for absent, L for late, and H is for holiday, if that day is holiday. So you just click, if the child is present, just click P. Then the next day, you do the same accordingly. So at the end of the day, the application will sum up the number of times present and the analysis will be done. So don't forget that this is just a sample. You can always clear off this data here and put in your own. All right, let's go to the next. Now for attendance, if you look up here, you can see that you can know by a glance you can see the number of children present in this day, number of the children absent. Everything will be done for you to keep up your analysis. So let's go to the comment section. The comment section is a portion where the class teacher and the head of school will put their timely comments for each student in the class. So whatever, after checking through whatever the teacher wants to put, all you just need to do is type it in front of the child's name, and the application will do justice to all of that. Excellent. Just put excellent there. And don't forget, it's for first term. You have for second term on the side, and you have the third term on the other side. So that's that about comments. Don't forget that this comment will come up. These comments will come up on the child's final report. So most of the time, it's supposed to be a detailed comment. Then the overall section. Sometimes you want to check the overall performance of the children in the class before you give your comment. So as the teacher is typing the results, the scores for each student in the class, the overall section is automatically updating to show the overall. This is like your broadsheet, the overall analysis and the score of each child in each subject, and the sum total per term for each child. So you can come here and look up the general performance of each child in the class and see the overall and cumulative average. Don't forget we have first term, second term, and third term. And for third term, this is what will appear on the student's report sheet. That's the cumulative average of the 3 terms. On this page, you don't have to type anything. It's just to view and see the performance of the students in your class at a glance. The last part is the results page. On the results page, every score you have for each child will be arranged here automatically. And the only things you need to check here is if you want to print or check for a particular student, all you just do is click on the name box here. You'll see this drop down, click and select the name. In this case, Ade Johnson. Every other detail pops up automatically, included the picture, the biodata, the term, and everything. All the scores. You notice that we put in scores for English only. That's why you have this. And if you want to check the next term, you click second term. The details of second term comes up, and third term, the details of third term comes up. So if you scroll down, you will see that the score in each subject will come here. The subject teachers comments for each subject will come here. The average session, the average of the session, the percentage, the grade, and the affective traits will come here automatically. I think we did something for the first term, so let's check. Change this to first term, and this is how it appears. This is how it appears. The affective traits will come here, and the percentage will be calculated automatically. The psychomotor skill too will be done this way. The class teachers' comments will come to this box. The number of times school opened will be calculated automatically, and you have the number of times present. Here you have the head of schools comment. Here you have a chart of analysis of the students' performance. So it's a whole lot of analysis put together for each student. So it is holistic to see the child's performance in cognitive subjects, the affective traits, the psychomotor trait, and everything calculates automatically. Now, the last stage. If you want to print this page, when you scroll to the side, you see the print current students, print all students, send via Outlook, and all of this. Now, if you want to print the current students report card, all you need to do is click this. When you do that, it converts it to a PDF like this. From there, you can click print, and it will be printed on a paper. So this is the overall analysis of this child's performance for this term according to the input of the teacher. So back to the application. Now, when you look up here, you see email templates. This is how, if you want to send the result via mail to parents, don't forget for each child, in the database, we added their email address. So for each child, the email address will be structured in this way. The email subject will be the student's name, assessment report for term 1, 2, or 3, and the session. And this is going to be the body. The body will just be find attached, maybe Mary's assessment report for second term 2007 session. And this will be the conclusion. We're going to do one and you see how it comes up. Now, for sending via Outlook, you do not need any setting, but you have Outlook to be running on your system. If you don't have Outlook, you can send via Gmail and Yahoo. But before you use Gmail and Yahoo, you must set your Gmail details and the Yahoo details. That is your email, the email you want to send from, and the password. So whatever the password is, you put it here before you click send. Now you can do with one click, you can print for all the students, send for all the students via Outlook, Gmail or Yahoo with one click. For example, if I want to say print all students, if I click this, it will tell me that are you sure you want to print report for 5 students in the class. So for this class there are just 5 students. So if you click yes, it will do that. The same thing for this. But let's check how this comes out in Outlook. If I click send via Outlook, my Outlook opens up and you see the data automatically arranged this way, and the results page of that child is attached to the mail. So what you just do is you click send. Don't forget, this is the email I put on the database section, so all this populates automatically. So the name of the child is Adi Johnson. All of this is done for you. All you just need to do is click send for Outlook. But for Gmail and Yahoo, when you save your details accordingly, when you click send, it delivers to the mails automatically. Don't forget, I said you can do for all the students at once. For instance, if I want to print for all the students at once, I click print all students and I click yes, it will compute for all the students at once. So this way, print out for all the students in the class to convert it to PDF, and you can then print on paper and give to the children, or however you want to do it. So when I go back to my applications, it tells me done, all results are ready in PDF. That is how wonderful this application is. You can go to our website www.primeacademytech.com to find out more about this wonderful application and all the ones we have. You can glance through our product page and see some wonderful applications that's good for your school or your organization. This application indeed is a one of its kind, simple, user-friendly, and highly effective. Thank you very much for your time. I remain Benga and your friend. See you next time.